What's up everyone, it's James here, and in today's video I want to talk to you about two of the best Airbnb business niches that I predict are going to be absolutely booming in 2021. So if you're interested in starting an Airbnb management business and getting into that, and you're thinking, okay, well, what's the best niche? What's the one that I want to get into right now going into 2021 here? Then you're going to want to stick around for this video. Before we dive into it, a couple things. Quickly, just hit that subscribe button. Just hit it. I promise it will not hurt. It'll only help. We post 2 new videos every single week on this channel, helping you to grow your Airbnb business, whether you're starting from scratch or you currently have a business and you want to grow it. So hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all of the latest content on this channel. Also, just preemptively hit that like button. It helps me out tremendously with YouTube's algorithm. And I know you're going to like this video. I know you're going to love what we have in store for you here. So just hit that like button at any point through this video when you realize, hey, I've gotten some value from this. I like it. I want to see more of this. Also, if you have any questions throughout the video, if you are curious about things, if you want my thoughts, my feedback on anything, or if you have ideas for new videos that you'd like to see upcoming on this channel, then just let me know in the comment section down below. So let's dive into it and let's talk about some of the best niches to get into for Airbnb management going into 2021 here. Now, if you're brand new or you haven't checked out any of my other content, you don't even know what I'm talking about when I'm saying a niche, all I mean is the type of property or type of property owner that you're going to want to work with. A niche is just a group of property owners or type of properties that you work with that all have a specific set of needs, challenges, and pain points. And so by addressing this one specific group, you can really laser target your messaging and your offer to be exceptionally attractive to them. And so when we're thinking about the question of what's the best niche to get into, like I always like to say in these videos, I always like to recommend that you get into a niche that suits your personality and your strengths and weaknesses well. Certain niches are going to lend themselves better to different types of people. And so you don't want to get into a niche that you're not going to naturally be very good at servicing. For example, if you're not very detail oriented, working with high-end luxury properties is not going to make a lot of sense. If you're not very analytical, very numbers driven, then working with real estate investors is probably not going to make a lot of sense. You probably get the point. So with that being said, what are some of the best niches to get into going into 2021? Well, to answer that question, we want to look at where is there going to be the most pain in 2021. It's a little bit counterintuitive, but because we're in the business of solving these people's problems, we naturally kind of want them to have problems, right? We want them to have those challenges. We want those problems to exist for them and be relatively painful because we're going to be the ones coming along and solving them. The more problems they have and the more painful those problems are, the more valuable it's going to be for us to come and solve those problems for them, and the more demand there's going to be for our services. And so if we look at that and we go, okay, what are the areas, what are the niches that are going to have the most problems and the most challenges in 2021? It's likely going to be 2 groups of people. Number 1 is vacation homeowners, and number 2 is real estate investors. And I would rank them in that order. Vacation homeowners is probably the best niche to get into in 2021 if you're well suited for it, of course, because vacation homeowners are notorious for being relatively inexperienced when it comes to actually making properties perform on Airbnb. They didn't get into this to make money. They got into it to buy a second home. And so as a result, they're not very good at actually maximizing the yield on their properties because that's not really the purpose of it for them, right? Now, that doesn't mean they don't want to maximize their yield. Who's going to say no to more money? It just means that that wasn't their intention. And so that's not usually what their focus is. And as a result, that's not usually the results that they get. Now, in normal scenarios in everyday life, you know, if there ever was a normal, it would be relatively easy for these types of people, these vacation homeowners, to have their properties produce pretty good returns. People are traveling, people are booking. You put your property up, you don't do a terrible job of it, and you're gonna get some bookings, and you're gonna do all right. Now it's become a lot more challenging. You really need to know what you're doing. You need to know what price to set your property at. You need to know how to optimize your listing properly to be attractive to the few guests that are still traveling, and a lot of them being people that are booking properties domestically, quite local to where they are. You need to know how to have your property appeal to those people that are booking. And so because of this need for adaptation, this need for actually kind of knowing your stuff in order to perform now, just become a lot harder for vacation owners to have their properties perform well. And so there's naturally just a lot of pain there, right? And so if you can step in and you can help them to produce really great results, that's going to be exceptionally valuable to them. Now, the other thing to consider is that vacation home owners are not going to be using their properties more than likely as much as they would under normal scenarios. Think about it. For example, a lot of Canadians, we call snowbirds, like to go down to Florida and vacation down in Florida for a month, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months out of the year. Now, they can't do that right now. It's very challenging for them to get down to Florida, so a lot of them are opting not to travel down to Florida. They're staying up in Canada. Now, what does that mean? It means a couple of things. Well, number one, their property is sitting vacant for probably the entire year. So it means more potential income for them. That's really helpful, and more potential income for you. That's a huge bonus as well. It also means that they're going to be having a lot more pain with their property because they're completely dependent on, they have to, still have to pay the mortgage. They still have to pay all the fees, everything else associated with it. They're not able to use it. They're probably not going to really love that property. They're going to want to make sure that because they're not getting value from actually going and vacationing in it, they want to get value from earning money in it. A lot of them are going to be more motivated, especially now that they're not going to be going down there themselves, to actually earn an income off of it. So I think there's going to be a really big opportunity. We've already seen at the tail end of 2020 here, and I think it's going to flow into 2021. So if you're interested in getting started, if you're kind of on the fence about it, this could be a really great time to get in and get started managing properties for vacation rental owners, vacation home owners. Now, if you want to learn exactly how to do that, I have a link down in the description below to a free training, completely free, that's going to walk you through step-by-step how to do that, how to get clients, how to manage them, how to make great money, all that fun stuff. Linked in the description below. Just click that link, enter your email, select a time for the training, and you'll be registered and off to the races. Now, the second niche that I'd highly recommend right now is real estate investors. Similarly, a lot of real estate investors are having a lot of challenges with getting their properties filled up, and they don't want their properties sitting vacant for long periods of time. Having some income coming in during those off months is really great for them, whereas if they have it on long-term rental, that property is sitting on long-term rental, if it gets past the first of the month, the property is going to be sitting vacant for at least another 30 days. At least with short-term rentals, they can earn some income in those gaps, and they can make up for some of their losses if the property has been sitting vacant for a while. We're seeing a lot of students have tremendous success managing properties for real estate investors rather. So this is a really great market to get into as well, a really great niche to kind of pigeon yourself into, and historically it's a very profitable one as well. So that would be my recommendation. If I were to start things over again and I were just getting started and wanted to get into the best niches going into 2021, I would say those two niches are your best bets. And again, if you want more detail about exactly how to actually do that, how to get started, how to build the business, get to 5 figures a month and have the business running seamlessly, then check out the link in the description below. You can get a full step-by-step walkthrough. It's completely free, so I'd highly recommend checking out that resource as well. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you want to stay up to date with all the content that we continue to post on this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Just press subscribe there. You'll be notified and you'll be able to keep up to date with all the new content we post twice every single week on the channel. And as always, if you like this video, if you got value from it, then hit that like button. It helps you out tremendously with YouTube's algorithm. So please do me a quick favor and just smash that like button, and I will see you in the next video.